Moonlit Tales. Asia presents stories from the past where love, fate, and darkness intertwine. Long ago, in a peaceful village hidden among the mountains of Japan, there lived an old man and his wife. They were kind and hardworking, living a quiet life, surrounded by nature. Every morning, the old man went into the mountains to gather firewood, while the old woman went to the river to wash clothes. But despite their peaceful days, their hearts carried a quiet sadness. They had no children. Their home, though warm and humble, felt empty. No laughter echoed through the rooms. No small footsteps ran across the wooden floor. Still, they never complained and continued living, hoping life might one day change. One afternoon, as the old woman knelt by the river washing clothes, something unusual caught her eye. Floating gently downstream was a peach. But this was no ordinary peach. It was enormous, far larger than any fruit she had ever seen. Its skin glowed softly under the sunlight as if it carried a hidden light within. Curious, she stepped into the shallow water and carefully pulled it toward her. "What a beautiful peach," she murmured. Smiling, she decided to bring it home to share with her husband. That evening, when the old man returned, he was amazed to see the giant peach sitting in the center of their home. Well, he chuckled, "This will be quite a feast." Together, they prepared to cut it open, but just as the knife touched the skin of the peach, it began to glow. The fruit trembled slightly. Then, with a soft crack, it split open on its own. A warm golden light filled the room. Inside, the peach was a baby boy. The couple froze in shock. "A child," the old woman whispered as tears formed in her eyes. The baby looked up at them and smiled. That moment, their hearts, once heavy with loneliness, were filled with joy. They believed this was a gift from heaven, and so they decided to raise the child as their own. They named him Momotaro, the Peach Boy. From that day on, their lives were transformed. Momotaro grew quickly stronger, faster, and braver than any child in the village. Even as a young boy, he could carry heavy loads, run across fields with incredible speed, and climb trees with ease. But what made him truly special was his heart. He was kind, respectful, and always willing to help others. The villagers admired him and whispered that he was no ordinary child. But beyond the peaceful village, danger was growing. Far away on a distant island lived a group of fearsome ogres known as Oni. They were powerful and cruel. They raided villages, stole treasures, and brought fear wherever they went. One evening, travelers arrived in Momotaro's village, wounded and terrified. "The Oni attacked us," one of them said weakly. "They took everything." Fear spread among the villagers, but Momotaro stood silently listening. Something inside him stirred. That night, under the pale moonlight, Momotaro sat outside his home thinking. He thought about the suffering of others and the fear spreading across the land. Then he made a decision. The next morning, he stood before his parents. "Father, Mother," he said firmly, "I am going to defeat the Oni." The old woman gasped. "The Oni are dangerous," she said softly. But the old man looked into Momotaro's eyes and saw determination. "If this is your path, then go with courage." Before he left, the old woman prepared special food for him, kibidango, sweet millet dumplings. "These will give you strength," she said, placing them into a small pouch. Momotaro bowed deeply. "I will return," he promised. And with that, he began his journey. Momotaro traveled far from his village, walking along dusty roads and through quiet forests. The world beyond his home was vast and unfamiliar, but he walked with purpose. Every step brought him closer to the Oni's island. One day, as he walked along a narrow path, a dog appeared before him. The dog looked strong with sharp eyes. "Where are you going?" the dog asked. "To defeat the Oni," Momotaro replied calmly. "That is a dangerous journey, I know." The dog sniffed the pouch at his side. Are those kibi dango? Yes, give me one, and I will join you. Momotaro smiled and handed him a dumpling. The dog ate it eagerly. From now on, I will fight by your side. Later, deep in the forest, a monkey leaped down from the trees. Where are you going? The monkey asked. To defeat the Oni. That sounds exciting. Give me a dumpling and I will help you. Momotaro agreed and gave him one. Now he had another companion. As they neared the coast, a pheasant flew down. From the sky, where are you headed? It asked. To the Oni's island, I can scout from above. Give me a dumpling, and I will join you. Momotaro gave the last dumpling. Now, with 3 loyal companions, a dog, a monkey, and a pheasant, his strength had grown. They traveled together, sharing stories, training, and preparing for the battle ahead. The dog was brave, the monkey was clever, the pheasant was watchful, and Momotaro was their leader. At last they reached the shore. In the distance beyond dark waters stood the Oni's island. Storm clouds gathered above it. The fortress loomed like a shadow. This is it, Momotaro said. There was no turning back. The journey across the sea was rough. Waves crashed against their boat and the wind howled around them. But they pressed on. Finally, they reached the Oni's island. Before them stood a massive fortress with tall walls and heavy gates. This is where they hide, said Momotaro. He turned to his companions. Are you ready? They all nodded now. Momotaro shouted. The pheasant flew into the sky, attacking from above. The monkey climbed the walls, swift and agile. The dog charged straight toward the gate, and Momotaro followed fearless. The Oni roared as the battle began. Clubs clashed and the ground shook. The dog fought fiercely, driving enemies back. The monkey leaped from place to place, striking with speed. The pheasant swooped down, blinding the Oni, and Momotaro fought with unmatched strength. At last, he reached the leader of the Oni, the largest of them all. Their battle shook the ground. But in the end, Momotaro stood victorious. The Oni fell to their knees. We surrender, they cried. They returned all the treasure they had stolen and promised never to harm anyone again. Momotaro and his companions returned home as heroes. The village celebrated. His parents embraced him with tears of joy. Peace had been restored. And so the story of Momotaro, the boy born from a peach, lived on. A story of courage, of friendship, and of standing up for what is right. This story is retold and adapted by Moonlit Tales Asia. Inspired by traditional folklore, please do not copy, re-upload, or redistribute this content in any form without permission.